Hey everyone, I got a really good show for you today. I'm going to answer a question and I want to talk about van life. What else would I want to talk about? Well, I talk about all kinds of things, but today I'm going to talk about living the van life, no matter what kind of van that you live in, and how you can make it pleasant. Because I got a really good letter for you today, one that I do disagree with. You all can say exactly what you want to say in comments. But if I disagree with it wholeheartedly, excuse me, it's my breakfast. I'm probably going to say something about it if I really do disagree, so that we can have a conversation, okay? Okay, well, what I want you to do, okay, is I want you to watch it all the way through. Watch it all the way through. And go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe. Now, I do have the book, How to Live in a Minivan, The Minivan Leeway, and that's on Amazon. And as you're watching the video and you do have questions or you have comments, just go ahead and type them in. The video will keep going. It really will. Okay, so let's go. Okay, little sound effects from Minivan Lee, okay? Okay, Max left me a message. Max. He's actually parked right over there. I know. Okay, I'm not sure about the lighting. What I did, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, here's one. What I did was I changed the settings on my phone. And so it is now filming in a higher resolution. Let me see. And it seems to be a little different. I know, bear with me. You can see what I go through. See what I go through with all of this. Okay, well, let's see. We'll see how it goes. I know, I've got all this lighting, trying to get the best lighting, because what it looks like on here might not be what it ends up with, but it is a higher resolution. So I think it's going to look, they're going to be better videos. We shall see. I try to do different things. Okay, this is a comment from Lydia Arenas. Now, she says, I have done this nomad thing sporadically during my younger years out of necessity. It is very stressful, and you only do this as a last resort. What? What, Lydia? What? We should only do this as a last resort? But see, what got me was you said, and you only do this as a last resort. No, I like it when people do the when people talk in first person. It would be better if you would have said, and I will only do this as a last resort, right? Not just you. I know you didn't just mean me, but the rest of us. No, we don't. We're not going to do this as a last resort. A lot of people want to do this lifestyle. So that's one of the reasons I do want to talk about making your van life pleasant. You want to have fun doing it. And I think y'all know. And I'm surprised that you would, maybe you're just a new viewer. But I think if you watch me over the past 4 years, it's going on 4.5 now. Oh my gosh. 4.5 years I've been doing this YouTube channel. And it has improved over time. Oh my, and if you go maybe 3 more years and you look back, I hope and I pray that it's even better. That I've learned so much more, especially my lighting here. Yeah. Okay, so you want to make this a pleasant experience, and I think you pretty much know that I do. I have taken the time to make my minivan look nice. And actually, just about 15 minutes ago, I took all my towels. Let's see. I took all my towels that are down here. Here's a towel, and it's over this memory foam rug. Okay. Hey. And then I've got another towel here. And under that, I've got more memory foam. Yeah, I have made it very, very pleasant. Yeah. I did get some new pillowcases. What do you think? And this one, got some shams. And I've got some, another towels up here. So I try to make it look really nice. Yeah, I like aesthetics. I want everything to look good. And I want to have everything ergonomically correct, okay? And I want to make sure that I can reach things. I don't want to constantly, if I use something often, I don't want to have to go all the way to the front of my van to get it, okay? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm just showing you my whole van. Whoops. We're a little crooked here. I'm not going to edit this very much. I just like to talk to you. Just pretend like we're just talking in a kitchen table or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, now you say, Lydia, that you did it sporadically during your younger years out of necessity, and it was very stressful. Well, I'm sure it was, because you still had to work, but there's still a lot of, see, here's the thing, a lot of us senior citizens, we still have to work because we're not making enough money. Prices, especially over the past 4 years, have gone sky high. Some things have actually gone up like 350%, right? There are some things, yeah. Insurance has gone up. Everything has gone sky high. And so what's happening is our income, senior incomes, did not go up that much. So, because a lot of us are on fixed incomes, some of us might have pensions, some of us might have Social Security only, but that doesn't really go up. It's not keeping pace with the inflation, okay? So, yeah, a lot of us seniors are still out here working. So, although my heart goes out to the younger people that do have to work, we still have to work too. We really do. And that's why a lot of us seniors, out of necessity, are going into their vans in minivans. But you know what? It doesn't have to be horrible. I want to talk more about the little things that will make your life fun. It'll make your life fun. Now, for me, I like the city because I've got everything available in the city. Now, during the day, you can go to parks. In the summer, you can find places with maybe solar panels that you can park under. You can hang out. You can become a gym rat. You can hang out at the gyms. And it doesn't mean that you always have to work out at the gym. I mean, do your working out, but that doesn't mean you have to immediately leave. If you can get the black card, especially at Planet Fitness, I mean, they've got areas where you can get massages, and they've got couches. You can sit there and just, be online and use their Wi-Fi and sit there and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the air conditioning or the heater or whatever. Yeah. You can go to Walmarts. You can go to libraries. You can go to museums. You can go hang out, and you can meet the locals. I've done a lot of complaining. Let me just go off and off you. I've done a lot of complaining about Flagstaff. I really have. And I do apologize for that. I don't like to complain anymore. I've made a vow I'm not going to complain anymore. Who wants to hear complaining? And it really just sets you up for not being blessed if you complain too much. But I have met some really good friends here in Flagstaff that when I go to the gym, I can say, hey, and I know their names. And I can go in the pool area and I can, say, hey, and then you say, hey, what's your name? And you can start talking about things, see if you have anything in common. But yeah, so actually I have come to, I know, listen to me. It's like eating crow, It's like gulp. I have come to enjoy Flagstaff. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I have come to enjoy it somewhat. And I will hate to see my time leave. I know, but I am anxious to move on after the summer. So yeah, yay! I know I'm all dramatic here today. So back to the minivan life. You can do the city. You don't have to be miserable. Being in a van or in a minivan. You remember Nomadland, that movie? Maybe she probably made, Lydia, maybe you watched that and it was a set after you. I mean, with your type of person, I found it to be very depressing because most of my friends, we have said, oh, van life is not like that. Nomad life is not like that. It was just darn right depressing. It did win an Oscar, I believe. But no. It doesn't have to be like that. She did not want to do this. She did, and it kind of made it depressing. And I did notice inside of her van, whenever it showed the inside, it was really dark and depressing in there. It really was. I mean, that's what's great about a minivan is I can look out. When I look out my minivan, I can open these up and I get light coming in. Yeah, it's not all dark. And no, I keep my van. Number one is to make it pleasant to look at. You want to do things. Now, with these, I mean, I can take these all out. Yeah, let me take some of these out. Let's see. I'll just take a few out. Nah. I mean, why would I want to look and see what's in there? Why would I want that? I would rather have, like, color. Yeah, these are things that you do to make your life more pleasant. And if you were young, you probably just, it didn't go well. Yeah. So, no, this is something you can do. And you want to make it clean. You want to have clean habits. You don't want it to be all dirty. Now you could go with it. You just maybe shove things in here in a bag out of necessity when you were young and it didn't work out too well. And if you are watching this again, please let me know, do a follow-up and say, well, how did you fix your van? I would like to know that. How did you fix your car? But seriously, these, if you just like shove bag, these are not that expensive. And I'm sure you had to work. So these aren't that expensive. And my dresser isn't that expensive. I've got bins over here. And like I said, I did a budget thing that it said everything that's in my van, everything that's in here was not including my van. But it was like, what was it, $2,000? That's everything. That's even my jackeries. You want to have a power station. You want to save up for it. And you don't have to get a 500. You can get a 240 jackery or whatever, another brand. And they're really only like $200-$300. So you can do that too. And you can power it up when you're driving to work or whatever. Yeah, or just get the solar panel. Another thing too, to make it pleasant in here, is you need to put things away properly. And you need to put things away right away, okay? And everything should have a place. But you have to have facility, things that you can put things away in. Now, if you're new to my channel, let me just say this. If you're new, these 1, 2, 3, these each are separate. They're just the narrow, tall ones. Now I've got these here, but in back of these, I've got about this much space that I call my garage area. And I've got like, let's see. So I guess the main point is think of the word organization. You want to organize things properly and make it work for you, okay? Because I've got this working for me. I've got a cloth here. And it separates. It's sort of like, it's like a Japanese paper wall, but but it does separate that area back there. It's about this wide. And I've got things back there, like I keep my dirty clothes in a nice bag, and I roll it up so I don't, let me say this, I don't really have smelly clothes. I know some people, I don't have like dirty socks and my feet don't smell, things like that. I stay very clean, so my laundry isn't smelly, okay? But I do roll it, it's a big bag and I roll it up. It's plastic, real thick plastic. And then I keep my pillows and my blankets here. Everything has a place. And when I'm done with it, it goes back to that place. You want to have some organizational skills. I do have friends that don't really have the organization going on inside of their van, but they seem to be happy. So, hey, more power to them. That's their deal. That's their life. If that's the way they want to deal with it. I've always heard, though, that clutter is a good, if you have a lot of clutter all the time, and that's the way you live most of the time, that you really do have a cluttered up mind. Psychologically, they've done studies on that. You tend to be more cluttered up here. But that's your life. That's their life and whoever. Me, I like to have everything organized because during the day, I mean, I study scripture. I do the gym. I do the gym. No matter what, I do the gym. Even if it's just an hour of treadmill, but I do the gym. Today I worked out really good, yeah. And then I come back and eat breakfast. Then I get out my Bible and I read it. And I spend some time there. Then I might film, or what I might do next is write. So I'm writing a book, okay? Don't expect it right away. It's going to take a while. It's a long book, okay? But I do it every day. Every day I do it. Now, what does that have to do with anything that we're talking about? It has, what made me think of it is because I have to have an uncluttered mind in order to do all these things during the day. And it does take time. And then I film, and then I edit. And then, so there's a lot going on in my life. And that I like a busy life. So just because I live in a minivan do you think I don't just sit here and do nothing and sit all by myself and sort of hunker down? I'm not as social anymore. This whole summer has not been a social summer whatsoever. A little bit of still healing going on with what happened in 2023. And it's just, there were some infractions going on with 2 or 3 different people during 2023, and they're all not connected whatsoever. It just happened that way. So I become very, very, very selective and careful of who I actually let into my life, because I'm a YouTube creator. And you might think, well, what's that got to do with anything? It's different. It really is. And I think people do expect a lot more out of me when they meet me than just a normal person. I can either delight or disappoint, depending on my mood at the point, of meeting them. But it can be stressful. Okay, so I'm not social. So what am I doing? Just sitting in my van. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm filming, and I'm writing, and I'm organizing, and I'm cleaning, and I'm reading, and I'm studying, and I do research. And every once in a while, at least once a day, I watch a movie. I just pick a movie. I've been doing free movies on YouTube. So let me do a wrap up here. Okay? You say, how did you put that again? It is very stressful, and you only do this as a last resort. Let me just say, there are so many people that did this on purpose, like I did. I did this on purpose. I had low rent when I was in Tucson 7 years ago, but I went ahead and did this because I wanted to. And there's so many people that did this on purpose. And so you should have said, I can only do this as a last resort, because that's you, Lydia, not the rest of us. So, and even if it is a last resort, because I've talked about that, you can make it as pleasant as possible. I will mention that there was a gal that I met last year, and she sort of parks in the same area during the days I do. And so I talk to her every once in a while. Here's a scenario. What happens is, because I talked to her and I could see that her minivan, I talked about her before, her minivan is stuffed to the gills. She has no room. She has a minivan, but she can't sleep back there because everything is piled to the ceiling with stuff. And her front seat, when I talked to her at the passenger side and just briefly talked, I go, I thought you said you got storage. She did. She got a storage, okay? Get this. She got a storage, and she put things in it. But then she had a family member pass away, and she said she was in grief, which I get. And she said she spent too much time at the Goodwill. So you can imagine what she did. She literally filled up her minivan, her whole minivan again. I could see some stuffed animals. I could see lots of little purses, belts. Yeah, but so she sleeps in her front seat. Okay, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. They're out there. They're out here doing that, and I've met them. That's what they do. Me, I like my area. I want to be able to live comfortably. So if you want to live in a minivan or any van, you want to go minimal. You want to get rid of your junk. You don't want to collect junk. You don't want to live for just buying things because it makes you feel good. Things you don't even ever want or need or will use. You want to have everything organized. You want to live a clean life. You want to have things looking nice. You want to have enough room for yourself. There's where it's going to be a pleasant experience, okay? Yeah, that is so important if you're going to do this. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, food for thought, everybody. Food for thought, yeah. And if you do leave a comment like that, please just do it in the first person. Don't just do it and make this, paint everybody with the same paintbrush and the same color, okay? You know, take responsibility for what you say and use the I, not the you all, but the I. I have to do this. Take responsibility for your comment, okay? Okay, so please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, okay? And I will see you tomorrow, okay? I hope this was pleasant for you. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.